And that kind of worked. We had a lot of measuring issues and layout issues and performance issues with it because it was the length of the web view was different for every single classified ad. So, and also at times it was a bit too flexible. At some point, because this is just a web view, you can link to anything. And at some point, somebody put a full chat client inside there to chat with car dealers or something. And it wasn't really optimized for the iPad, so it wasn't that great of a user experience. So this is something we definitely wanted to address in our next generation apps, and I'll talk more about that very soon. But before I do that, I'd like to touch on the subject of test automation. So when we started looking at test automation for these apps, we felt a little bit like the little girl in this picture. We felt very alone. The testing tools weren't really that mature. So the thing is that we ended up doing a lot of manual testing. And that's horrible. It's horrible to do manual testing. We didn't have a QA department either, so we had to do it ourselves. And we're not quite there yet for our next generation apps either, but the iOS app, for example, has a lot more unit tests. And for Android, we found it harder to do unit tests. But that was before Roboelectric 2 came along. We should probably have a look at Roboelectric 2. We tried using Roboelectric 1.5, but the problem we encountered was that whenever we tried to write some tests, it usually ended up